The University of Oregon is located in Eugene, a city of 80,000 people, situated in the lush Willamette River Valley. Midway between Cascade Mountains and the Pacific Ocean.
Touchdown! Stewart! Yeah, I got your speed right here.
Hey, ball corner 10, outside 5. Are you kidding me?
I'm really proud of where this team's at. We got a lot of work to do.
What's the deal, Duck family? I am Kenjon Borner alongside Jay Stu, and we want to welcome you to another episode of the Ducks of a Feather podcast. We got one heck of an episode in store for y'all, a little back and forth between my guy, and we just gonna make it do what it do. But before we get into any of that, Jay Stu, how we doing, baby?
Good, man. I gotta put these glasses on because my eyes are starting to irritate me.
Age. That's all I heard. That's all I heard. I heard 40. That's all I heard.
Hey, man, listen.
That's all I heard.
Hey, man, almost there.
Who?
I hope I make it.
What?
I'm 38,
Yeah,
baby.
you right
we
there.
ain't 40 yet.
Yeah, you right there. You right there.
I'm almost there.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here, like, you're in the driveway.
What do you...
No, okay.
I'm in the driveway?
No, you're not.
I'm in the driveway?
No, you're not in the driveway yet. You're not in the driveway yet.
I'm down the street, man.
You two houses down. Like, you about to make that right into the
I'm
driveway.
by the mailbox.
Yeah.
I'm by the mailbox.
Yeah, you right there. You ain't pulled into
I'm
the
looking
driveway.
at the mail. Got to check my mail.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing, the Social Security sitting in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
But I ain't 40 yet.
Nah, but you on the cusp, as they say.
The cusp.
You on the cusp. You on the cusp of that
Boy,
thing.
you're getting old, boy.
No, see, I had to tell. I seen one of my boys earlier today, and he started talking, saying some things about his body and stuff. He's like, "Yeah, bro, we getting old." I said, "No, I don't claim. I'm not getting old. I'm getting more advanced, baby. I'm not getting old. I'm just getting more advanced
you
for
getting
time.
advanced, huh?
That's all it is. That's all. I'm just getting
So
more
you
advanced
30?
for time.
What you at? 36?
Yeah, I'm 36 years young. You know.
Yeah, boy, you over the hump right there. The 35 is that number.
No,
That 35 hit, your body start acting a little different. It's like, man, look, I used to eat that and it would just shake off.
I was
right.
Okay, I was experiencing that at 35. I was experiencing that at 35. I'm gonna just be completely honest. Like, my body, it completely rejects certain things now, and I'm like, bro, at 35 in 11 months, I was good.
Mm-hmm.
I was.
Oh yeah.
It's certain things. If I eat now, it's over with. It's a wrap.
It put me down. Listen, I had a cheeseburger. It was bomb. It was delicious. Okay, down there in North Carolina. Okay, up here in North Carolina.
You want to shout the restaurant out?
And yeah, what was it called? Barbecue King.
Okay.
And it was over there, Lincolnton. I was in Lincolnton, North Carolina. And I was over there looking at this piece of land. And so I stopped at the barbecue joint. And I was like, man, let me go in here and see what they got for some barbecue. So for all the barbecue lovers out there, you know that there's Southern barbecue, there's Lexington barbecue, and there's Texas barbecue. And then some might even say there's Charleston barbecue, right? Over there by the ocean.
Charleston got some good food now.
This was South Carolina barbecue. And it was nothing but pork. And so I got a cheeseburger, dog, because I was trying to be, conscious of what was going in my body. I ain't trying to eat pork right now unless it's bacon.
Right.
And so I took that cheeseburger and I ate it, and it was so good. And then I had to drive home, Kenya. Boy, when I tell you I was praying, to stay awake, because that burger had me feeling itis immediately. And so that's when I talk. When we talk about rejection, it's your body saying, "Nah, it's time to go to sleep." It's midday.
That's not the rejection. That's not the rejection I'm talking about.
the rejection you talking about is where it coming out the other side.
See, I wasn't gonna get explicit with it. I wasn't gonna air myself out like that.
Hey man, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's 9:00, and you are listening to the uncut version of Ducks of a Feather.
This is the hour of truth. Okay, this is uncut. This is Ducks of a Feather uncut. Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna air myself out like that. But I used to be able to eat cheese, bro. Like, I could just eat it. I can't eat it no more.
Yeah.
I can't eat it no more.
No more.
I can't eat it no more. Shout out to Chiefs in Coburg, Oregon. They got this burnt-in brisket sandwich. Stew. And I got to add KB
I
to
love some burnt ends.
Man, listen, it's phenomenal.
They put cheese on it?
What? I got to throw that pepper jack cheese on there. I got to throw that pepper jack cheese, and they got this house sauce that they make for the fries that I have them put on.
They got mayonnaise on it?
I don't know what the house sauce is.
It's aioli. I know it is.
No, it's not.
Can't do it.
It's not.
Won't do
it's
it.
not.
It probably is.
I promise you it's not. I know what aioli tastes like.
Barbecue joints don't mess with nothing but mayonnaise.
I know what aioli tastes like. This ain't aioli. This ain't that.
Okay.
This ain't that, and that ain't this. But listen.
They must got that secret stuff in there.
Yeah, they got that, MJ secret sauce. Listen, I love it. When I was in Oregon for that month, I ate it almost every other day to the point where I would call and make my order. And is this Kenjon? Yes, it is. You want the burnt end brisket chunks with grilled onions and the pepper jack cheese? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every day, my body said no, and I told my body, "You don't tell me what to do."
Right. You know what that sound like?
What?
That sound like a call when you was here in Charlotte when you had to make the calls for lunch.
Boy,
chicken coop, pita pit,
chicken coop. Ooh, pita pit. Oh my gosh, I forgot about pita pit.
Coach Pit order. Let me get that.
I was getting that.
What he ordered? That Greek salad.
Yes, he loved a Greek salad joint. Oh, yeah. Pita pit was fire. Listen. Anyway, man, we digress. As a matter of fact, I want to give a couple places, some shout out. Shout out to one, obviously. Shout out to Doco because they fed me every single day.
Immediately.
Absolutely. I was getting them the batch of sugar cookies almost every other day. I know my blood sugar was sky high while I was in Eugene. I know it was.
You were burning it off though.
No, I wasn't. From time to time, maybe, but no. But still.
Man, listen, you had one game, 320 yards.
No, I'm talking about while I was out there for the spring game this year.
Oh.
No, I'm not talking about while I was in school. No, this is still a thing. Anytime I'm in Eugene.
Ain't you part of a running club though?
It's okay. It's all right. I wasn't running yet. I took some time off. Listen, Stu, I felt, let me be politically correct. I'm going to let you fill in the blank. I would be laying in bed at 2 a.m, rolling over, grabbing a cookie out of that box.
Oh. Diabolical.
And wake up with crumbs on my chest.
Oh. Hey. That's the best when when you wake up and you feel them crumbs on your shoulder.
Listen, but then
and you just roll over anyway.
And just go ahead, dust the bed off, get up out of there.
Shout out to Doco for making memories, man.
And then listen, it's a coffee shop out there. I think it's called Tailored Coffee or Tailored Coffee Roasters, I think is the name of it, off of 5th Street. Boy, listen.
What they got?
Listen, if you into the little, whether it's avocado toast or it's peanut butter banana toast.
Oh yeah,
they got it all. They got it.
I like that. I like all that.
They got it all over there. And
they put the little salt on there on the avocado.
Listen,
right?
Listen.
Little small tomatoes on there.
It's next time we're in Eugene, I'm gonna take you over there. It is.
You been there before? So last time we was in Eugene, you been there before?
Yeah, the last time you was out there, I had it.
You didn't. So when I was there, you didn't take me.
I didn't. My wife put me on. No, my wife put me on. It was new to me.
Oh, okay.
I just became more acquainted with them to the point. Again, another spot where I would go in. I forget what I order. They would tell me my order. I'm like, yeah, give me that vanilla latte with almond milk. Listen,
see, that's what happens when you the king of Oregon. You just roll up in there. They be like, that's KB. So remember his order. So that way, when he comes back, he feels welcome. He'll come back again.
Listen, I feel the love all through Eugene when I'm out there, okay? All through there. Eugene showed me so much love. But listen, let's. I just wanted to show them places. Shout out to Tailored Coffee Roasters in Eugene off of 5th Street. Shout out to Doco. Shout out to Chiefs in Coburg because you guys took care of me while I was there, okay? I spent a lot of money with y'all. And
Yeah, when I get there, hopefully y'all see my face. I'm gonna mention KB's name, and so hopefully it's like a code, like a transaction
What's
code.
them codes that they give you? You get a discount code.
Discount code, yeah,
discount
little
code.
QR thing, little QR code. Give me a little boom.
Yeah, there we go. But
That's
listen, let's jump into some things, man. You know, you got some things popping off with the U of O. Recruiting these days is out of this world. It's absolutely crazy.
Out of hand.
It really is. While I was there, I seen a lot of things, and I'm like, wow, you guys got to do a lot to get these guys. So you say, yeah, this is the lay of the land now. And you know, we had a video with Coach Lanning, and on his recruiting visit. Now listen, Stu. I'm all about you got to do what you got to do to get them. You know what I'm saying? It's just so different from when me and you were. It was strictly about football and football alone. It was about education. It was about your team. Like the lay of the land is so different. I couldn't imagine, because Chip wasn't the head coach at the time. It was Bellotti. Even though I feel like
I couldn't imagine Bellotti getting up in that pool.
That's what I'm saying.
He'd be like, hold on, y'all get in that pool. Y'all got workouts to do in that pool.
What? Listen, matter of fact, let's turn this into something. I couldn't imagine Bellotti coming to my crib and I'm like, Coach, we got to make this video. I want you to jump in this pool with me and let's, do that. Bellotti would have looked at, boy, what?
What?
But then again,
I am not a real duck.
But look,
I
then
am
again,
a human being.
Bellotti was letting cats wear straw hats and flip flops on Mondays, so he might have. Bellotti was a player coach. So Bellotti.
Hey man, listen, them was the Usos, right? The Usos wearing the straw hats.
That was Walter Thurman. That was Patrick.
But
Chung.
he was. Listen, when you hang out with the Usos, you become one of them. You walk with them. You eat with them.
Spam.
You do all things with them. So you become one of them. That spam, that marinated chicken, that kava.
What is it, kahuna?
Listen.
Is it kahuna?
The kahuna. Whoa, hey. Now listen.
My fault. Too far.
Relax. I ain't ready for all that.
My fault.
But listen, when we talk about the changes in what we seeing in coaching, it ain't just coaching no more.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be a part agent. You got to think like an agent almost, right?
Man.
Show me the money. Like,
boy.
But you also got to be a little bit of a mediator too, right?
Yeah.
You got to you playing different hats, man. And I don't know, it takes a different type of person to be able to fill that role. And I'm glad we got one of the best ones.
Absolutely.
Because you have to you have to have no ego.
Yeah.
You have to look at these kids as now professionals. Let's call it what it is.
They are. You don't look at them as professionals. They are.
They are.
No longer college. What are they? A college athlete? No. Student athlete is out the window. These ain't student athletes no more.
Yeah, these are businessmen.
Yeah.
So, so the different hats that they have to wear, the personality that has to go with it, is what gets these kids to commit. Yeah, thinking to myself, seeing Coach Bellotti like, hey, jump in the pool. Nah, that ain't gonna work with me, fella.
Not at all. It's not gonna work.
Coach Kelly.
Boy.
Coach Kelly gonna be like, listen, if you don't get out of here.
Coach Kelly didn't even like talking to recruits. He didn't even like, are you coming? He's like, Bill, are you coming here or not? Because if not, I'll go find somebody else.
And this ain't no point in like crazy shame or anything like that at these coaches. It just means that this is just a new wave.
It's the new age breed. It's the evolution of college football. It's the evolution of recruitment. It's the evolution of the player in all reality. We live in a social media age now to where stuff like this is necessary.
I got a question for you.
Talk to me.
If you were an upperclassman, KB, and I roll up in University of Oregon as a rookie, and I say to somebody in my locker mate, right? Like, yo, look, I just got this 6-figure deal, dog. I'm a rookie, and you're an upperclassman. You overhear me say that, and you've been grinding, you've been putting in the work, blood, sweat, and tears. What are you thinking, and how are you gonna handle that?
And I'm a different dude, bro. I've never hated on nobody. It's dudes that I don't particularly care for that I still show love to, that I still support their success. Dudes
But how are you gonna keep going? How are you? I'm not worried. How are you going to keep going? What is the motivation? Where are you finding motivation? Talk to the upperclassmen right now.
My motivation now would be the same motivation that I had when I was in school. If I don't have the bag, I'm trying to get to the bag. The difference in this day and age, a lot of these kids are getting the bag now when they have the bag. But
the bag is closer.
The bag is right there within my reach. I don't got to wait 4 years to get to a bag. I got to perform. If I perform now, that bag is coming now. And so my motivation would be simply that. It would never be to hate on him because he came in with that. Because the bottom line is the lay of the land is way better for high school athletes than it is for the actual college athlete. High school cats are getting paid way more than the actual college athletes that are there presently. It's a completely different field, but I've never been the type to hate on somebody or be mad at somebody because they had something that I didn't. My mentality and my mindset was always get up and go get it. And it wouldn't be no different in this day and age. I'm sure there is that existed within these locker rooms to where it is that type of conversation where you do have some dudes hating like, man, I've been here for 3 years. Grinding, trying to get it. And they didn't get it to me, but they gave it to him. I know that's happening. I know for a fact that's happening.
Yeah.
But my mentality just always has been and will be different. You know what I'm saying? I could never count the next man. I would never count his dollars. I could never count his pockets. I got to focus on my own to go get my own. So it's a little bit different. But you said something. Go ahead, because I see you want to say something.
Because I was going to just say, what Kenjon's talking about is the pro locker room mentality.
1,000%.
And going back to the first point we made, you dealing with businessmen now.
Yeah.
This is a professional situation. There's no longer kids, in recruitment. This is scouting and free agency.
At this point. College has always been a developmental league for the NFL. But now it is a developmental league in its truest sense because now money is involved. Now it truly is. I'm going to go to Deion for a minute. The way Deion came into Colorado, the way he just told guys, you need to go somewhere else. We're not renewing your scholarship, this, that. That's the NFL. The NFL doesn't come to you and say, hey, we're thinking about doing this or we might do this. No, the NFL comes to you and says, hey, we're done with you. We're releasing you. The NFL comes to you and says, hey,
what have you done for me lately?
Not only, but your replacement is now working out while you're at practice. I'm working out guys that could potentially come in here. The NFL is direct, it's blunt, it's not kind, it doesn't cuddle you, it doesn't comfort your feelings or emotions, it doesn't care if you're okay. The NFL is just gonna tell you, hey, I'm done with you.
Yeah, we got 6 guys on the depth at home waiting to replace you.
Waiting. From the time you sign this contract, I'm trying to replace you.
You want to mess up? You want to get hurt?
Yeah.
You don't want to practice? You want to act crazy?
Yeah.
You will get replaced.
Yeah. This is truly, I think every coach has to kind of tweak their approach because now, because money is involved and because players do have the kind of leeway, I got to prepare you for that next level. And that next level is not kind. It's not for the faint of heart. You know what I'm saying? It's completely different. But you said something earlier about guys getting a bag. What are your thoughts on how to best manage expectations versus output when it comes to money? When it comes to a guy coming in that's getting $800,000 or $600,000, how do you manage expectations with that? Does the money tell the story? Does the money tell you how good this player is? Or is the money just something to get him here? How do you view that?
Man, listen. First of all, it's above my pay grade. Now, if I was getting paid to think about this, I would think about this in a whole different light. But from the vantage point of a guy getting paid, right? We know you get what you are valued at, right? What is this guy's value to my team? And what is market value right? So we look at market value, then we look at what is this value to this team, meaning scheme, fit, all that, right? And so you take all that into consideration, and I would like to say that you making decisions based off of that. But where the college atmosphere is right now, it's such a wild, wild west. A lot of guys are making very impulsive decisions
1,000%.
because they have to.
1,000%.
They're saying to themselves, like, I got to get them before someone else gets them, right? It becomes kind of like a wild, wild west draft that doesn't have any draft like implications, right? You want to get a guy so that way someone else doesn't get the guy. So you're going to pay for that guy to be at your program. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening in my opinion.
So as a fan, as a fan of Oregon, we sign a guy for $800,000. How do I manage my expectations? Because if we take it from a league standpoint, I'll go to Philadelphia with we had Ryan Matthews, Darren Sproles, myself. We ended up signing DeMarco Murray for $40 million, $40 million man. You know, at the NFL, that $40 million is going to be on that field. That $40 million is supposed to be a guy, right? It didn't turn out to be that way. He wasn't fit for that system. And we all knew that from day one, based on how he ran. Like it was different. It was
a scheme guy.
And bro was running in the back of offensive linemen in OTAs.
That boy was running blind, huh?
Boy was Stevie Wonder out
there. That boy had blind faith.
So, but when you talk about that price tag that's on him, when you do bring in a college athlete and he's making $800,000, if we're looking at this as a version of the NFL, you're expecting that kid to be a guy. I'm expecting to get my return on that money. So, am I expecting this kid to get on the field right away and play? Is that the expectation, or do to the point that you just made? It's kind of a race to get a guy. So the price tag that he does come in may not truly be what his actual value is, but because other schools wanted him, that's what we had to pay him.
It depends on your manager, right? If you have a manager that has managed situations like this appropriately, consistently, and you can basically tap into the DNA of the manager, basically the head coach, right?
Right.
The GM.
The GM.
If the guy is picking guys strictly off of talent, then absolutely you can say you got paid because you are a talent and this coach believed in you. So we absolutely expect for you to go out there and give us $800,000 worth of product. Now, if this is a coach that's out here just trying to, keep up with the Kardashians, we know what to expect. We just throwing a penny into the doggone pond, hoping and wishing.
I hope. I pray. I pray.
Right? And there's some coaches out there that are doing that, right? Because they basically listening to boosters saying, we'll give you money if you go get this guy because we want this guy. But then you have some organizations like Oregon where you're saying to yourself, hey, I believe in this guy. So let me actually go and scout. Let me go recruit this guy and make sure we get the best guy in the building. And we will approach it from this angle and give him this amount. You know what I'm saying? And so, but there's a lot of gray area there because, again, it's the wild, wild west. Ain't nothing really, nothing's really ingrained as far as the system because it's a new system. The solution is incentive-based contracts, right? So instead of giving a guy $4 million and saying, hey, we committing $4 million to come here, we break it down, right? So if you're a quarterback, we need you to at least throw for 3,000 yards. Incentive. If you throw for 3,000, that's $1 million.
If you don't,
that's $1 million you ain't getting. But if you don't throw for 3,000 yards, but we make it to the playoffs, that's $1 million. Congratulations. Yeah. If you throw 30 touchdowns, that is $1 million. If you throw under if you have a completion percentage of 64% and above, that's $500,000. You know what I'm saying? So you build these and you structure these contracts to where a kid is expected to go in there and earn it. You know what I'm saying? And I think you can get somewhere with that. I'm not saying that that's the complete answer, but I think you need to absolutely start structuring these contracts where it's performance-based because as we
1000%.
know, we're in as you want to get to the professional football league, it's what have you done for me lately? And it's built specifically off of that. If you want to maximize your deal, if you want to bet on yourself, you will have them incentives in your contract, right? Because basically you're saying to the club, you're saying, look, go ahead and put $5 million extra in my contract of incentives. And if I don't meet them, then cool, y'all don't have to pay me, right? But if I do, you got to come out of pocket.
Here's what I heard you say. These NIL deals need to be 1-year deals. And how Nico went to Tennessee, Nico went to Tennessee on getting $8 million over a 4-year period.
Mm-hmm.
NIL deals should be 1-year deals.
Yes.
And at the end of that year, we come back to the table and we
renegotiate.
We revisit.
Yeah, renegotiate.
And if you met, then we could talk about something different. If you didn't, then we're lowering what we did. But then we also, this brings back in the portal. Well, guys, okay, you want me to restructure my NIL deal? I don't want to. I'm jumping in the portal. But then you also take a risk as a player of not being picked up. But when you are a caliber of player like Nico, where Tennessee's done with me, I still have other schools that are willing to take a risk on me, willing to sign me. So it's a dangerous game. But I'm in agreement with you that if you make these NIL deals incentive-based, and also if you make them 1-year deals rather than telling a guy you're going to get this lump sum of money over a 4-year period, now the playing field becomes level, it becomes even.
Right.
So I like that. I like that. You know what I think? I think we need to go before the NCAA.
Let's go to them. Dial us up. Put your number out there for them. Put your number out there for them so they call you. DM us. We will holler back.
Right. You want me to put you want me to say my cell phone number on
Honda.
here? 951-500 7260.
Yeah,
that's not my number.
Whose number is that?
I don't know whose number that is, but I hope it's not somebody's actual number. So with that being said, there's, athletes in college now have agents, which was completely taboo and completely against the letter of the law while we couldn't even look at an agent.
Look at an agent. A man in a suit down the street, you better run.
What? You better go the opposite direction. The conversations that we need a buffer just in general, bro. The things that I had access to, the conversations that coaches are having to have with agents, this should not be a thing. It should not be a thing. It's wild. It's actually wild. To be, as a coach, to be having these types of conversations, it's just not fair to the coach.
Right.
Nor is it fair to the player. A coach should not have any input or any say-so on what a player is getting financially, and a player shouldn't have to worry about a coach having input on their finances. It's not fair either way. So as I said, we need to get a group together, and we need to go to the NCAA, and we need to make some changes and have some rules put in place to where the game is fair for both sides. Because right now it's completely uneven. But
it needs to be a players' association for college, is what you're saying.
And there's something in the works of that. Athletes.org, they're actually trying to develop what essentially is a NFLPA for college athletes.
Right.
But I also think that both sides need representation. It can't just be the players having representation and college coaches in these universities that don't. So it has to go hand in hand. But that's actually something that's in the works. I was out in Atlanta at this event that athletes.org put on, and you had about 200 or 300 athletes that were in a room talking about their rights, what they felt that they deserved, what they felt that they wanted, what they felt that was fair. And both sides need to have that happen.
I remember you going to that. Like,
Yeah.
I can only imagine, you know, the clarity in which they were speaking. These kids,
Man.
that are light years, KB, ahead of where we were when we was coming out of college. And they sitting there thinking about their future. They're sitting there thinking about structure. Like, they see that this is all messed up. If they see it, then why don't the leaders to be see this as a issue? I mean, hopefully somebody's behind closed doors right now and working this out. Because if they not, it's gonna be a civil war. Literally. It's gonna listen. It ain't gonna be no college no more. Ain't gonna be no college football.
Boom. So do you think we get to a point to where players say, you know what? We're sitting out. We're not playing.
Peace.
We're not doing this.
Not doing it. You need me. You need me. They need the players.
At the same time, the players need the universities. Neither works without the other.
All right, so who you gonna sign? Who gonna be playing the games?
Who you gonna play for?
You just go to Canada, baby.
You know, this entire relationship.
Go hang out with the Rock and them. Showcase your talents.
This entire relationship is based on reciprocity.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. This is a two-way. It's not a one-way street on either side. One doesn't work without the other, and the other doesn't work without. It just doesn't work.
So what we talk about right now is maximizing this potential. Then maximize the relationship.
That's what we have to.
Do not waste time and the talent.
Absolutely.
Right now you're wasting time and talent.
Yeah.
Because you're really not maximizing talent because you got guys that are on that field thinking about the wrong things, especially at this age. They're thinking about
getting to that bag now. The objective, like I said earlier, when we were playing, was to get to the bag.
Yeah.
We were playing to get to the money.
The energy.
Now guys are playing with the money and now saying, you know what? I'm worth more.
Yeah,
let me spend it and I'm worth more.
And I want to get more. Yeah.
I want more. I want more.
Greed.
It's a dangerous game. Yeah. Entitlement. This is what I said. What the players are now doing to the system is what the system has done to the players for as far as we can remember. The system has taken advantage of the players. Now the players are taking advantage of the system.
Reverse engineer that thing, boy.
And listen, I'm not mad at it because, again, this is what the system has done to us. The system has gotten over on the players for so long. The system has held the player down for so long. The system has taken advantage. The system has abused for so long. But as a man and where I stand today, I have an issue with this of actually looking at it the way that I do is that there has to be something done about this. It's not fair.
Right.
You know, it's a crazy.
There just needs to be guidance, man, because when you talk about being in the Wild Wild West, that's why you call it the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
You don't know the boundary.
Yeah.
Like
there are no boundaries now.
You don't really maximize anything.
Yeah.
You're just kind of out there just winging and missing and hoping that you hit, you know, and that goes for the coaching. Like we talked about earlier, right? Like, hopefully you make the right decision. Hopefully you making decisions based off of talent and that you have a roster that allows you to make decisions based off of talent. If you got a bad roster, you are desperate. You're going to spend
1,000%.
money where you probably where you shouldn't be spending it.
1,000%.
If you got a banging roster, you're going to be like, you ain't good enough, son.
You can be smart with the money if you have a good roster.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's see. Boy, we working ourselves in there, ain't we?
We doing something. We cooking with hot grease, okay? We cooking with hot grease in the kitchen. Listen, let's get into two more things, right? Football season is fastly approaching.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any teams in the Big Ten that we are worried about as Oregon fans? Or any team that we should be worried about?
I mean, as far as the regular season,
is it the Ohio State again?
It's just Penn State.
You don't think Ohio State is in that? Is
in the regular season? We don't play Ohio State in the regular season. So Penn State.
Okay, fair enough.
But Penn State, they the one. They the only one. Now UW
at Penn State.
Yeah, see.
Huh? We not talking about this.
Penzi?
That's what we do to them. We turn that down. Ain't nobody worried about a UW. I ain't never been worried about a puppy. You ever been scared of a puppy? Have you ever been scared of a puppy? Because I haven't.
Hey, man, look. Hey, man, listen. I ain't never been scared of no puppy. But this is what can happen, KB. What happens when a puppy come to your house and he got diarrhea?
He mess over everything.
Yeah, you gotta clean up the mess. Okay, if you ain't got the proper ingredients to clean up that mess, you're gonna have a messy house because of a doggone puppy.
Stu, that's all we got time for, baby. I love you.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you and I love you. And remember, ducks of a feather flock together. And we out, baby.